Hi, I'm Rich Bucheri from Pointer and Bucheri, and today I want to talk about 3 arguments that insurance companies make to reduce your settlement. So, if you're in negotiations with the insurance company, you may hear excuses that they give to try to reduce the amount of compensation they're giving you. One might be that they're going to argue that you were at fault or that you were partially at fault. Even in situations where their insured may have admitted to causing the accident or where the police officer found them to be at fault, they may still argue that you were partially at fault and diminish your compensation based on a percentage that they say you were at fault. For example, even if their insured ran a red light, they may try to say that you're 20% at fault because you didn't keep a proper lookout, or maybe they were going to try to say that you were speeding. And so in that situation, they may only offer you 80% of what they would normally offer you because they're going to try to argue that you were 20% at fault. Secondly, they may argue that you weren't hurt. And a lot of times this happens if you don't make any complaints at the accident scene to the police officer, so there's no injuries that were noted on the police report, or if it took you a week or two to go to the doctor because you didn't necessarily feel anything at the scene right away, and then maybe you were trying to take care of it yourself. So that's why it's super important if you do start to feel pain the next day, as is often happens with a soft tissue injury, that you go get medical treatment as soon as you can to not only start your treatment, but also to document that you did feel that pain right away. Finally, they may try to attribute some of your pain and suffering to a pre-existing condition. So they may admit that you are hurt, or they may admit that you are in pain, but they're going to try to say that because you had these pre-existing conditions, that's actually what you're feeling and not necessarily injuries related to the accident. In Indiana, you're able to be compensated for aggravations of pre-existing injuries, so that excuse necessarily doesn't have to work. So you may want to be getting in touch with your doctor to determine whether what you're suffering from is actually an aggravation of your pre-existing injury as a result of the accident.